Hi, this is Miss Serratis, and in this video we're going to talk about Tinkercad. So Tinkercad is a 3D design program, and it's basically the elementary version of AutoCAD. AutoCAD is what's usually used for 3D designing out in the real world, but some people are starting to use Tinkercad. So this website is going to give you the basic on how to actually make some 3D design. So to get started, top right corner, click the Join Now button. And what I want you to do is actually go to where it says create a personal account and then sign in with Google. And when you do that, it should ask you to click on your school email account. So I'm going to sign in as a fake student, a CMS student. So make sure you select on that. And it's asking me for the password. And this is a fake student account. So you want to do the same thing. Make sure you're using your school account. And I do not want emails sent to me, so I'm not going to check that off. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the continue button. And this takes me to my Tinkercad account, which at first, you know, they have like this thing that pops up to get started, but I'm going to close out of it. And when you look at this at first, it's like really confusing, like what's going on. But what I want you to do is go to the tab that says Learn. And when you go to the Learn tab, you'll notice that you have starter projects, lessons, and actual bigger projects. So to get started, stick with the starter project. And this will give you like the basics. So you really want to look at all the little starter projects that they have. There's just a couple of them, and a lot of them are just pretty quick. So as you can see, there's just a few of them, but you want to get through the starter project. So here's the first one, placing it. So if I click on it, it'll open up the starter project, and you'll notice that the starter project is just just 2 steps. That's it. It's really not a big deal. So it says, welcome to Tinkercad. We're excited to have you with us. Tinkercad is used to build all types of creations by adding and removing adding and removing shapes from your design workspace. So this is your design workspace, and the instructions: set the orange shape on the work plane. So I think it's going to be see the orange shape on the work plane. That is a hint. Hint help guide you. So this is a hint. Find the box in the shapes panel. The panel, you can go to shapes. There's a lot of other stuff there afterwards, but I'm going to find the box. It's telling me to take the box and drag it in. And once I do, okay. So it says, and then click the next step. I wonder if I see, I could change the color. I can add other things to it. So the next is actually hidden down here. That's why you couldn't see it. I hit the next, and voila, it is done. Now, here's a hint. Even when you get to the last step, even if you do nothing, it automatically gives you confetti. So just because you've got confetti at the end doesn't mean you did it correctly. I know I did it correctly because it literally does look like the box that's there. When you are done, you can continue and view it. And you have finished, you just basically learned how to place something onto onto the workspace. So the first couple of them, so I want to go back. So let me go back. Oh, so it automatically took me to the next one, which is how to view things. Again, there's only 4 different directions, and then you just keep going through it. So let me just go back to the Learn tab. So you want to learn, how do you move things around? How do you get things to make them bigger and make them smaller, and all of those wonderful things that you learn with handling things in Tinkercad. I'm trying to get back to the main menu. The computer's being really slow on me, so bear with me for a moment. I'm going to pause you and come right back. So I am back to my home screen that I started with. I'm going to Learn, and we just did the Place It one, and it automatically took me to the View It, how to move things, how to rotate things. You want to start by doing these because these are the basics. If you don't know the basics, then you can't do any of the projects. So they're very short. They really are very short. So do that. Once you have gotten through the basics, you are ready. Let me hit the back arrow. You are ready to try doing some really cool projects. So the cool projects, there's some under lessons and there's some under projects. So literally, This will teach you how to see all lessons. This first one, for example, will teach you how to make Minecraft glasses if you're really into that. How to make any of the stuff that you see. Very popular one is the diamond ring. That one's super popular. The other one that's popular, I've seen a few people try doing that one. Learning how to move, that one's pretty easy as well. So making this one with your name is super popular. So these are just like smaller, different little lessons that you can work on. So do ones that you like. And then I can go back to learn and I can get the more complicated projects. So again, the complicated projects, you want to stick to the ones that have like a blue background because the other ones are more for printing, and we don't have a printer built. We don't You're not going to be printing these from home. So look at the projects. You will learn how to build a Tinkercad house. You could build a car, a space station. You could make a fountain. That one's super popular, or a temple, or a Roman dome with columns. You could make Japanese architecture. Sugar Rush custom candy molds are pretty popular as well. There's so much. Oh, assemble a hamburger. So making a log cabin. I mean, there are so many like really cool projects here. The clamshell, a lot of kids have done. Making the pizza. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Again, you want to stick to the ones that have a blue background. So, because see the white ones, it's 3D printing. So Halloween cookie cutter, just go to town, pick the ones that you think are like really interesting and I want to learn how to make it. So again, sign into the account with your school email account. And then what you want to do is you make sure you hit the learn button. You have to start under the starters. There's a couple of very short starter ones. Just, go through it, do the best that you can. They basically teach you the basics of how to move some things around. So they're very short. So you just want to go ahead and start with your starters. And once you've done that, go to learn. And you have shorter lessons under the lessons tab, some really cool ones. And then if you're really into this, they have some really cool projects under the projects tab. So have fun using Tinkercad.